Stephen from Hey Remodelers, and welcome to our training. It's our game plan for 2020 training. So let's jump right into it. So today's training probably be about 20-25 minutes long. We're basically going to go over. Originally, I had this restructured a little bit different, but what I did was I'm basically laying it out completely for you. So exactly what you need to do for your kitchen and bath and countertop company. So we're going to go over an SEO plan. We're going to go over a PPC game plan, a Facebook Instagram plan, and also a Craigslist plan. Most people don't think to use Craigslist, but it can actually bring you in a couple of leads a month. So I'll tell you exactly what to do there. So let's just jump right in. A little bit about myself first. I'm the owner of Hey Remodelers. We only work with kitchen and bath remodelers and countertop companies all over the U.S., Canada, all over the world, really. I have 10 years experience in marketing. The last couple of years, I really just started working with kitchen and bath remodelers and countertop companies. So it's really what we do now. We know the industry. We know how to make a successful campaign. So that's what we do. My wife is Lisa. I have two kids, Mason and Lola. It's actually Friday right after Christmas. So they have off. All of the Hey Remodeler employees work from home. It's a way for us to keep our costs down. So then we pass that savings on to our clients. So with that being said, you'll probably hear my kids in the background at some point. They're pretty much off the walls today with their toys and with their cookies. So you will hear them at some point. I promise you that. So let's get right into it. Why do you need marketing? Why do you need to market your business? You want more leads. You want more consultations. It's, if you want to take your business to the next level, you need to do something online. You can't just have a website anymore and not do anything. The other thing is you need to increase your brand exposure. So especially for a kitchen bathroom remodel, it's a longer sales cycle. It's not an immediate, it's not like, someone needs a plumber, they look it up, they call them right away, the job's done, bam, that's it. A kitchen bathroom remodel, it doesn't work that way. It's a long sales cycle. Even countertops, a little bit shorter of a sales cycle, but people can be in that research phase for a little bit. So you need to increase your brand exposure, and you need to be all over Google when someone's searching, all over Facebook, and all over Instagram. You don't really have to worry about too much other than that. I know there's a lot of other sites and even like Twitter. You don't have to worry about that. Google, Facebook, Instagram, and like I said, Craigslist, I'll show you a little trick on there. You might be falling behind your competitors because most likely, not all of them, but some of your competitors, they're starting to market their company. They're either doing it themselves or they're paying a company to do it. And the way that we know that most of the time in a market to see if people are competing is the ad prices are expensive. If I start to research, if someone comes to me and say they're in Cincinnati, and I start looking around and I say, oh wow, that it's competitive here. That the Google ad spend is high, so that means it's competitive. More people are spending, that brings up the price for everything. So you don't want to fall behind on your competitors because it's not something that you could just do today and tomorrow everything's great. It takes a long time. It's a lot of work. And like I said before, it takes your business to the next level. There really is, you could get salespeople, you could do direct mail, you could do commercials, radio, TV, but online is where you should spend a very large portion of your marketing budget if you're doing any. If you're not doing any, do it online. Don't do those other mediums first because, first of all, they're hard to track. I was in radio and TV marketing for a bit, and they're very hard to track. Online, you can really track what works and what doesn't. So I highly recommend that's where you focus your time or your marketing budget is online marketing. So let's jump into the SEO game plan. Now, if your website, I'm just going to be completely honest here, if your website sucks, you need to start there. I would not do anything else until your website is perfect and it's very easy for someone to go to your website and contact you. That's the most important thing. It doesn't have to look like the best website ever created. It needs to look decent, but it's more important that it's very easy to go to and find your contact information. So it needs to be on point, needs to be perfect. Now, I did a webinar not too long ago about most common mistakes that people make on their websites, and here they are. You need a good about page. Incorrect NAP, I'm not going to get really into that too much. I will later. Services page. So make a page for your kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, countertops, granite, quartz, marble, all of that. Set up a blog. You need a blog. It needs to be HTTPS. It needs to be secure. Google wants to see that. Thin content. You need a lot of content on your website. No project pictures. Big mistake people make. Put all your pictures up there. People want to see that. No phone number in the top right. Make sure that phone number is in the top right. Very important. No call to actions. Make sure you have all of those. Like I said before, you want it very easy for someone to go to your website, boom, they click a button, and they're calling you. Not mobile friendly. A lot of your traffic is going to be from mobile devices. It needs to be mobile friendly. It needs to be fast, slow site, and external links. You don't have to worry about that right now. So again, make sure your website is on point. It should be perfect. Now, again, and by perfect, I don't really mean the look. It just needs to look okay. Definitely needs to look okay, but you need to have those conversion elements in place so someone can easily contact you. Now, I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. Now, after you get your site in order, you'll want to clean up your citations. So citations are, I'm going to show you exactly what they are. So this is just I don't know this company. This is a completely random company I just picked. But your citations, before I talked about NAP, N-A-P, what that means is your name, address, and phone number. So a citation are sites like Yelp, Facebook, Better Business Bureau, MapQuest, Manta, Angie's List. Those are all citations. You want to make sure your NAP, your name, address, and phone number are identical on your website, on your business, on your Google My Business profile, on Yelp, on Facebook, on Better Business Bureau, on MapQuest, on Manta, on Angie's List, Yellow Pages, all of them. Just go through all of them, make sure it's identical. Google looks at that when they're ranking your website. Why do you care? Because the higher you're in the rankings, the more traffic you get to your website. The more traffic you get, the more leads you get. The more leads you get, the more jobs you get. I mean, it's simple. So that's the first thing. Clean up your citations. Now, this usually takes some time. What I recommend is do a handful a month. Make a list. Do 3 to 4 a month. 5 if you can. And take 6 months and just do it. It'll take, probably take like 2 hours to get through some of them. Maybe not that long, but go through them. The hardest part is like usually getting your passwords to those sites and all of that. That usually takes a little bit of time. Now, the next thing is you want to get reviews. You need reviews. You don't need a million of them. You just need, I have it listed on that slide, 1 to 2 a month. So you look at this company, they have 5 reviews. Not bad, but not great. 3.8, that's not great either. If this company in 2020, they did 1 to 2 reviews a month. For the year, they would have 24 reviews plus 5, 29 reviews. And if they could get mostly 4 to 5 stars, this rating would be over 4, and you'd be perfect. It would be fantastic. So that's what you want to do, 1 to 2 a month. Usually, if you ask 10 customers, 1 to 2 will most likely leave you a review. That's usually what happens. But what you could do is, find your really satisfied customers and go directly to them. Say, hey, can you leave me a review? I'll even help you. Again, this maybe takes an hour a month. Not a ton of time, but it does take some time. So you got to get those reviews. They've never been so important. They're only going to be more important. The sites I would focus on are Google, Facebook, and then all the other sites. Those would be top at the list, Google and Facebook. Next thing is Build out your service and area pages. So on your website, you have all your website pages. You need, if say you're in Houston, you're a granite company, have a Houston granite page, have a granite countertop page, have a quartz countertop page, have a kitchen remodel page, a bathroom remodel page. All of those pages you want on your website, because again, Google looks at that. We're talking about SEO, search engine optimization. If you want to get higher in the rankings, you need more pages on your website. It's very important. It's probably one of the most important things up there. So more pages on your website. Now, to go along with that, you want to post blog content. I'm going to actually add that in there because I just said content. Blog content 3 to 4 times a month on your site. This is something that we do for our clients. We'll post 3 to 4 articles on a client's site a month. Do it consistently. Don't stop doing it. If you can only do it once or twice a month, that's okay, But ideally, you really want to shoot for 3. If you can do 4, that's even better. 3 to 4 times a month. Now, you're probably thinking, what am I going to post about? There's a million topics. Material for countertops, how to clean countertops, different wood material for cabinets, how to prepare for a kitchen remodel, how to deal with dust, how to different types of backsplashes. I mean, these are just some. I mean, you can even go outside of the kitchen remodel, the countertop space, and it could just be home improvement, how to save on your heating bill, energy efficient appliances. There's endless amounts of topics that you can write about, and think about what your customers ask you. If they're constantly asking you, how do I clean granite? There you go. There's a blog post. What should I expect the time frame for a kitchen remodel? There you go. There's another blog post. There's just endless amounts of topics. All right, next one is look for link opportunities. So I'm sorry, my voice is kind of going. I just got over being sick. It lasted like weeks. I had to postpone this training a couple times because I was sick, but my voice is still kind of bothering me. So look for link opportunities. You want to try, if you can, get 1 link a month, maybe from a local blogger or a local partner. They're not easy to come by, but you do sometimes. Google doesn't recommend that you pay for links, but it is the easiest way to get them. And now these aren't like black hat garbage links. These are good links, good links on good sites. You don't want garbage. That doesn't work anymore. That used to work. It doesn't anymore. And you don't need a ton of them. A few a month. If you even can do 1 a month, that's fine. But you do want to look for, sites in your local sites are good. Local bloggers are usually hungry for money. So if you offer them $50, if you can post a nice article on their website, that's good. Make it like a blog topic. It doesn't necessarily have to be just about your business, but make it about, how to plan for a kitchen remodel. There you go. That's a good topic that a blogger would probably want on their website. Link it back to your website. There you go. Pay them $50 and you're done. So look for those opportunities. Now remember, SEO takes time. This does not happen overnight. When I start working with a client, I am very honest and upfront. I say, listen, if you're way back in Google, it could take 6 months. It could take 12 months. It could take time for you to get, from page 5 to page 4, from page 4 to page 3. Now, if you're on page 2, it might take a little bit quicker to get onto page 1. It might take a couple of months, but there's no guarantee. There's no way to know how fast you're going to get there because a couple of reasons. We never know what Google's doing. They constantly update their algorithms and all of that. So we never know. And the other reason is you never know what your competitors are doing. They could be putting in just as much work as you, if not more. So every market's different. Every search term is different. It's really, it takes time and it's consistent. This is something that you just do for forever, basically. If you want to take your business to that next level, this is something that you're just going to have to, it's just part of your business. If you think about any other type of business, Big corporations, they have a marketing department. This is basically the same thing. You have your little marketing department, whether it's you, it's an employee, whoever's doing it, or if you're hiring someone, they could kind of be your marketing department, and they just do this month after month, and you just keep growing. Your brand keeps getting out there, and then you're just dominating every aspect of Google. And then you do Facebook, you do Instagram, you do the Craigslist tips I'm going to tell you, and you just keep doing it. You got to be consistent. All right, let's talk about PPC. So PPC is pay per click advertising. It's Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and Bing ads, believe it or not. That's where you should put your money. Again, if you have endless amounts of budget to spend, you can explore other avenues, but do those. Start there. So what you want to do is run a retargeting campaign on Google. Retargeting ads are ads that follow you around the web. So say you're at Amazon, you're looking at a new speaker, right? A new one of those Bluetooth speakers. You're on Amazon, you're looking at that, you jump over to Facebook, all of a sudden you see the Bluetooth speaker ad following you around on Facebook. You're like, what the heck? I was just looking at that. That is a retargeting ad. That is what you want for your business. Big companies used to do it, like Amazon, Walmart, all the big companies. Now smaller companies are doing it, and it's even more important for your industry because it's a little bit longer of a sales cycle. So it's about branding. You want to be in front of your potential customers constantly, all of the time. So if you do that on Google, Google takes care of most of the sites. So they'll put you on CNN, Fox News, the Weather Channel, all of those sites. Someone's going to go to your website, then they're going to go to the Weather Channel site, and your ad's going to be on there. It's going to follow them around. So you do it on there. Then you also do it on Facebook and Instagram. So you got Google covered with all their sites, and then you got Facebook and Instagram. Now you do the same thing. Anyone that visited your site, you follow them around. Anyone that interacted with your post or page, you follow them around. So you're really covered with retargeting ads. So do that. Then if you're running a Google Ads campaign, also test Bing. The nice thing about Bing is it's not as many people advertise on there, so it's usually a little bit cheaper, and you can easily export your Google campaign to Bing. So definitely test that. Now, for Google Ads, break out your ads into keywords. So for each group of keywords, it should be specific. So I'm going to use the countertop company again. Granite countertops, quartz countertops, marble countertops near me for kitchen remodel near me, kitchen remodel contractor, kitchen remodeling your area. So maybe kitchen remodel San Diego, kitchen remodel Atlanta. You want to break those all out. And then you have all those set up. You want to use a landing page for all of those. So your granite countertop keywords, someone's going to type granite countertops in. They're going to see a granite countertop ad. It's going to go to a granite countertop landing page. Beautiful. That's how it works. You want to do the same for quartz countertops. You want to do the same for everything in your business. You want to break it out like that. So that's how you're going to do your Google campaign. Now, make sure with all of this pay-per-click advertising that you're tracking phone calls and web form submissions. You need to track. If you don't track, don't even advertise because it's a waste of money. You need to track. CallRail is a fantastic company to track your calls. And then form tracking, you can actually set up in Google Analytics. So set that up. Make sure you are tracking everything. I mean, if you don't know what's working and what's not. So it's super, super important. Now, you want to test. I should have wrote that 50 times because you want to test everything. Test different keywords, test a different landing page, test a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad. Just test everything. Just don't stop testing. Keep testing. All right, let's jump into Facebook and Instagram game plan. So you can there's homeowners on there. Your audience is there, so you want to be on both. Facebook owns Instagram, so if you only have a Facebook account, it's easy to create an Instagram one. Facebook is a website that also has an app. Think of Instagram more as an app. They have a website. You can access Instagram from a web browser, but it doesn't work the best on a web browser. It really is an app. So you got to do a lot of it on your phone. Now, what works best is posting project pictures. If you do anything on any of these platforms, post your project pictures. Before and afters work best, but even just project pictures, you want to show people what they might want. They're not going to want every picture that you put out there. So, different before and afters of kitchen remodels, different countertops, different kitchen cabinets, and it should all be your work. Shouldn't just be like stock images or just images you randomly pull off the web. It should all be your work. And I'm kind of jumping down to, I don't think it's on here, but it doesn't have to be the best picture in the world. Don't get obsessed with the quality. It should be good. Now, I'm going to say don't be obsessed with it, but then I say it should be good. You don't want to put crap up there. You don't want to put up a crappy picture that someone can barely see. It should be, hold on here. All right, sorry about that. Had a little glitch there. It should be good quality, but the thing is, your iPhone, your Android, your Samsung, whatever the heck you have, it will most likely be good enough to take these pictures. I had an iPhone 6. The thing was old. My wife and I recently both said, let's upgrade our phones. These things are old. We got iPhone 11s. Not even the best one. Just the iPhone 11. I can't believe the camera in this thing. It's like fantastic. And we have an expensive camera that we barely use. Now we just use our iPhone. So you can do the same. Practice with the iPhone, take some pictures, and then get some different angles, make sure the lights are on, take some pictures, but use that and then post it online. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. And if you can get pictures before the job and after the job, people love those. They love to see something go from crappy to good. And then that makes them want it, and they want the same, or they want that countertop in there, or they want those cabinets in there, or that color, or whatever it is. The island, the way it's set up, the waterfall countertop. They might not even know what that is, and now they want that. So do that. Your post should be about 80% about projects, 20% about your company. So again, mostly product posts, project posts. So before and afters, project pictures. 20% about your company. So if you do 10 posts in, say, 2 months, 8 of them should be project pictures. 2 of them can be, we're having a sale, or come down to our showroom. People don't really care about your business. I'm sorry to tell you this, but they want to connect with you when they're ready, but they don't want to just constantly hear, we have a sale, we have this, we have that. Show your projects. Once in a while, post about your business, what's going on there. Now, do 1 post a week if you can. Both platforms, you can use the same post for both. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Test different hashtags on Instagram. Now, hashtags that have around 50 to 200,000 followers, you'll get some good traction with those. And the reason, you might think, I want a hashtag with 1 million followers. The problem with that is they're on that feed for not too long. It might only be for like 8 hours. Something with only 50,000, your post will be there longer. So you got to think of it like that. So test different ones. That's just something to throw in there. Test this one with this post, this one with that post. Usually I like around 10, 20 hashtags per post. You can play around with how it looks. I don't like when they're just kind of dumped in there. So you can post a couple and then post in the comments more hashtags. That's one way to do it. Now, again, you want to be consistent. With any of this, you want to be consistent. Really, the only thing that you can literally turn on and it starts working pretty quickly is Google Ads. And that's not really the way it always works. Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes it doesn't. We have a client, and we recently started a campaign. And month 1, they started getting leads, and that's fantastic. But, again, within 30 days, you should be getting leads if it's set up correctly for Google Ads. But with all of this, you want to be consistent. Boost your posts right from Instagram. You could do that right inside of Instagram. For Facebook, use Ads Manager. You can use Ads Manager to promote your posts inside of Facebook. It's the better way to do it. You have more control. Instagram, again, you can actually boost posts from Ads Manager for Instagram, but it doesn't work that great. The best way is just to boost them inside of Instagram. I don't recommend boosting the posts inside of Facebook. Again, use Ads Manager. Reply and like every comment. People want to see that social interaction. So make sure you reply and like every comment that comes in. Pictures, again, we kind of went over this. Pictures should look nice. Most mobile phones do a great job. I'm not going to go over that again. So, pictures should look good, but you don't need to, if you get a professional one, they will look fantastic, but you don't need that. It's more important to just get a nice picture, make sure it's not blurry, make sure it looks good, and do it consistently rather than wait all this time and put one out every 3 months. That it's better to put one out a week that looks 80% good than one out every few months that looks 100% good. And then post video. So for Instagram, you could do stories, and you can do them as posts for both platforms. These platforms love video, and they'll actually show your video tends to get a better reach because video is huge. They want people to consume video, keeps them on these platforms longer. If you're sitting there watching a video, you're sitting there on their platform, and that's what they want. So post video, projects, behind the scenes, interview a customer, just a quick video. Make it raw. Use your iPhone. Doesn't have to be professional. Again, needs to look decent. Doesn't need to be commercial ready professional. Aim for that. Now, Craigslist. Let's talk about Craigslist. Craigslist, you might be thinking, what am I going to do? Waste my time on there? No, it's actually a decent platform. It went from being popular back, I don't even know how long ago, 2000 maybe? I don't even remember. Then it kind of got into, it was just kind of like spammy and whatnot. And now they actually charge. So it's not free. For some stuff, it could be free. But for posting your business on there, it's not free. So I think that kind of helped with some of the garbage that was on there. So again, you'll get some leads that probably aren't a good fit for you, but if you'll get some decent leads. So what you want to do is post once a week. So the first time you create a Craigslist post does take a little bit of time. You want to get right, put a picture in there, put some graphics in there, put a good description, put a good title, and then you can actually each week reuse that same post and you just republish it. So once a week, go in there, hit republish. You'll go through a couple of steps and you're done. It's $5 per ad post on Craigslist. So it's going to cost you $20 a month. And you want to set up phone tracking to track calls. So on your post, instead of putting your business phone number on there, put a call tracking number on there. So then you can track what what type of lead you're getting and seeing if it works. And you'll be surprised. You'll get some sales calls with any of this advertising. You're going to get some sales calls. You're going to get some like telemarketing type stuff, some garbage. You'll get some leads that aren't the best, some price shoppers. But hey, for $20 a month, if you land one job from that, it's a remarkable investment, So definitely do post on Craigslist. It's an easy way, and your competitors, most likely they're not doing this. Most businesses don't do this, and they think it's like, not even worth it, but it actually is. It really is. So that is the game plan. If you want to book a strategy session, this is a lot of work, all the stuff I'm talking about. I can do it all for you. This is what we do. The best way is to jump on a strategy call. So you basically jump on here, pick a time. We got to bump out some more times for the new year. They're already on there. Perfect. So pick a time that works for you. We'll jump on. I'll review your website. I'll go over what we offer. I'll go over our pricing. I'll go over how I can help you. Basically, this isn't your typical sales call. I'm just going to be straight and very honest with you. Tell you what you need. Tell you what you don't need. Tell you what we offer. And if we're a good fit, fantastic. If it fits your budget, even better. If not, that's okay too. You're going to learn something on the call. So I really highly recommend that you jump on a call. So now I'm going to open it up for some questions. Let me just look here. So I do have a few questions, right? So the first one is asking about, so the first one is saying how many words. So they want to know how long their blog post could be. That's a great question. I'm actually kind of upset with myself that I didn't answer that. So for blog content, I said try to shoot for 3 to 4 times a month, but I didn't actually tell you how long the articles should be. So what you want to do is you really want to shoot for, my baseline is 500 words. 500 words per article is perfect. Now, if you can't do that, it's okay. The minimum should be 300 words. Don't go any less than that, because again, Google looks at this content. They crawl it, they look at it, and then they rank you according to that content. So shoot for 500, minimum 300. If it's 450, great. If it's 700, 800, fantastic. But, shoot for that word count. And, again, it's a 500 word article with research. Just trying to think how long it should take. Probably take you about a good hour, to write something out. Could be like 1 to 2 hours. Write it out. Then you'll want to sit on it, go back, edit it, look it over. So it could be a couple hours per blog post. So, that's about the time that you're looking at. All right, next question. How much do Google Ads cost? Very good question. So the way Google Ads costs, it's a pay-per-click advertising network. So every time someone, let me show you. Every time someone clicks on an ad, so right here, I'm not going to click on these ads because this would cost these companies money. But if I were to click on here, it's going to cost them money. So for most terms, for countertop terms, for remodeling terms, you're looking around an average of $5 per click. So it could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. So let's say 100 people a month clicked on your ad. It was $5 per click. You're going to spend $500 in Google Ads, and you're going to pay that directly to Google. Now, out of that, here's another question that comes up. How many leads are you going to get? So from 100 clicks, it's very hard to say. There's many different factors that go into that, but expect around a 5%. Well, Google tells you about 2 to 3%. So what they say is 2 to 3% out of 100 leads you're going to get. So 2 to 3 leads per 100. I like to try a little bit higher, 5 to 10%. So 5 to 10 leads per $500 per 100 clicks. It would be nice if it's more. But again, there's many factors that go into this. And again, a lot of people are researching, so it might not necessarily turn into a lead. Lead right there. It might be down the road a little bit. So that's why it's important to set up those remarketing ads so you're constantly in front of them. That's the importance of them. I'm going to take a quick sip of water. All right, so I don't see any more questions. Great questions, though. If you have any questions, you can email me, steve@heyremodelers.com. But again, book a strategy session. Take advantage of this. I'm not, that typical sales guy where I'm trying to push this down, your way. And, if it's a good fit, great. But you're going to learn a lot. I'm going to give you some good advice about your business. It really, take advantage of it. Let me look over your website. I'll give you some great tips. And book a strategy session. So again, if you have any questions, email steve@heyremodelers.com, and I hope to talk to you all soon.